Good evening, and how are you this evening? The discussion this evening is all about love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. A lot of times we come to the people, we come screaming and hollering like empty shells. We come talking about things that we have no understanding. How do we bring the truth? We bring the truth, as our holy prophet Noble Drew Ali taught us, in an intelligent tone. And in that intelligent tone, they have no other choice but to give us a favorable reply. You know, but they like to see us cutting one another down because therefore there's always that road to division. Just like you can go all the way back to Ham and Cush. Division. The son wanted to rule the father. The father was given the right to rule by the great God Allah, who created and made him and gave him his instructions. But we, as we continue to grow, we didn't believe in the Bible because we didn't understand the Bible. But now that I understand the Bible, those things were written for us before they got miscrewed. You know how a man do with that pen? The word will say do right. They'll say the word say try if you can. You see? So we have to always be ready to do right whenever. We must not try. We must always give praise to Allah and ask Allah to guide us. For Allah is our guide, our protector, our light. He is all the things that he said he would be to us, and we only follow his command. You can be in Timbuktu. That don't mean that I don't care for you because you in Timbuktu teaching Moorish science. I love you because you went to Timbuktu to take these lessons to those who had lost the lessons. Because the prophet told us, he said, Moor, you're going to be the ones that's going to have to take these lessons back to the people and teach them how to live their true Hebrew Islamic life again. Islam only means peace, the doctrine, philosophy of peace. Ism. Ism is a suffix put on a word to give it meaning of action. You see, ism means action, put into action. We should always be studying these great and divine laws because they're laws. They're just not papers written. Everybody want to talk about what document is this, what document is that. This is a new era of time now, and all men now must understand that. And when I say understand this, they must proclaim their free national name to be recognized by the government in which they live. If we're bickering, ain't nobody gonna recognize us because we're bickering among each other. We can't even recognize each other as holy brothers and sisters. That's why the prophet said, brothers and sisters, those are divine names. Those names, brothers and sisters, come from heaven. And if you use your brother and your sister name here on this planet Earth properly, you're in heaven. You don't have to die. You don't have to jump meets and bounds to go to heaven. You can make your heaven right here on earth. All you have to do is follow the true and fine instructions of the Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali that was created and in the divine constitution and bylaws along with the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And the question is, these are the three. We're so messed up that we won't even follow the law. In the back of the law, it tells us how the movement should progress. Y'all don't even want to get a brother COOLEY-EL his propers because y'all want someone who's going to do y'all bid. I give honors to brother COOLEY-EL because after my research, I found out that brother COOLEY-EL, rather than disrespect the prophet, he stepped out of the circle and went into silence as John did when he pulled the veil. Signs and symbols are for the conscious mind. You more say you're conscious, but all you're doing is talking. The brother took a bench and said, we need to get rid of the body to create a new head. See, we don't just need to create a new head and have a new head. We need a new head, a new body, that we can do new things. It's time now to stand up and step into the arena of men. The prophet said we are Moorish men. But are we acting like Moorish men, coming to the temple on Fridays and Sundays, demonstrating the truth, or what some of us call the truth? Then we go back out Monday through Friday again. We work for the European. We laugh and play, but we never sit down and think, how can I do this a different way? Truth is the only thing that can save you. Truth is the only thing that changes not. Everything else changes. Truth is the only thing that changes not. And why? Because Allah created the truth. Allah created the truth. Like they say, they seal of the prophets. If it is a seal on a prophet, then you telling me that my holy and divine prophet Noble Drew Ali ain't a prophet because Muhammad was the seal of the prophets and no more should come. That is foolishness. Allah got the power. Allah is the force. He demonstrates who is who. Man created the chambers so that he can have some will or power. The Noble Drew Ali Foundation, what we're here to do is teach the pristine truth. The pristine truth means we ain't changing anything. We ain't making up nothing. All we saying is we're going to follow the ancient and divine law beginning in 1913 through 1928. I love my Moors. And no doubt what nobody say, I love my Moors. But my Moors don't love themselves because they taking through all the men and sisters that they can't use away. That's why the prophet movement is at a standstill, keep putting these provocateurs in here, calling them grand sheiks, governors, and ministers. Governor? A governor runs a state. Then he must speak up. But I want you Moors to sit back and go and converse with each other and see how it will feel to have Moors from all over the world congregate in front of the Supreme Court. And we tell them who we are. See, on my Social Security card is Ronald COOLEY-EL. I don't know about nobody else's. So I know you can do it. But you got to go in an intelligent tone in order to make sure that you don't make no mistakes. If you stand in front of the Supreme Court, the court of the land, then they know that you come and you mean business. You mean Moorish business. Because what is reflection? The prophet text and reflection is the business of man. Ain't it time for us to start reflecting on being men, Moorish men? Come on, brothers and sisters. I'm not a Moor talk too much. I only talk about the things that gives me great pride. And one of the things that give me great pride is see the Moors in love, unified through salvation, with that eye watching, spreading that love, spreading that truth, being the message that you bring, and giving all perfect praises to Allah and honors to His holy and divine prophet, Noble Drew Ali, and giving honors to all of those who honor are due. And you know who honors are due. See, because long as you keep giving honors to Babylon, you're not going to rise. Because you're giving honors to men who may not do honors. Everybody, the prophet said it. Everybody, you got to discrew everybody. Everybody needs investigated. Everybody needs to be investigated. As you can see, this is my third time, but I'm getting better. And the better I get, the more information I shall give. But before I go, I want to leave you with this. Was our great prophet Jesus black? Or was he Moorish? Come on, you mastermind. Get into your Bibles and find him. The question, was our brother Jesus black or European? Thank you for giving me your ear for this little time. During the corona thing, I hope everyone keep themselves and their families safe. Please wear these masks. They say they may not be doing anything, but wear them anyway. Wash your hands. Do all the things it takes to save because you got work to do. There's much work for all to do, and each more that fall leaves a spot empty. And we don't need empty spots. We need every more on every span of ground when we standing in a holy circle. So with that, I leave you in peace. But before I go, let me read you the proclamation. Friday, January 1929, Prophet warns all Muslim governors ordered to read proclamation at each meeting. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical agitating speeches while at work, in the streets, and in their homes. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be of severe consequences. We are for love, truth, peace, and freedom. And when these principles are violated, justice then must take its course. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the laws laid down in them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should talk. If they should lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their guard button, cease wearing the turban affairs, and return to the state where the prophet found you. This is a holy and divine movement founded by the prophet Noble Ali. If the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet therefore is sending out a divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting their prophet and their temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sins by order of the prophet Noble Ali. Our duty is to relieve our people of their sins. So come on, brothers and sisters. There's much work to do. My name is Brother Ronald COOLEY-EL. I'm Grand Sheik and Divine Minister of the Noble Ali Foundation in Washington, D.C. And my chairman is Sikh Brother T. Green Bay, Grand Sheik, Divine Minister. But we are always working toward building a better Moorish nation and a better nation, period. Because together, the Moors are strong. Divided, we're unconscious. So Moors, love one another. I didn't say you have to like everything one another do. Because all things may not be proper. But if we started to talking and conversating like others, then when the order come in, we'll have a seat at the table. And with that, I say peace and love unto you. And may Allah continue to bless you. And we'll have a saying of the prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet, Ali. Amen. Islam. Keep your faith, Moors. because we're striving toward fruition. Islam.